What's going on, folks? This is your host, GBs, and welcome to another episode of Into the Squared Circle podcast. Yes, on this episode, I'll give you guys my top two highlights for AEW Dynamite that went down last night on TBS. But before I continue on, follow me on my social media platforms Into the Squared Circle podcast on Facebook, X, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe. I got your attention. Again, as I mentioned, it's a podcast available on all major podcasts and outlets like Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, Spotify. So if you have your favorite podcasts, you're ready there, man. You're halfway there. All you have to do is search up Into the Squared Circle podcast, hit the follow, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and join the conversation. All right, good deal. So without further ado, let's talk about my top two highlights of AEW Dynamite. But before I get there, of course, let's talk about numbers. Let's crunch down some numbers here. And as I'm about to share here on the screen here really quick, again, thank you very much for taking your own very own time as always. And okay, here we go. So numbers. Monday Night Raw fell back to normal ranges after last week's CM Punk and Randy Orton's return episode, averaging 5.53 million viewers on Monday Night Raw, drawing a 0.49 rating to the 18-49. It's the tied for the Raw's second best 18-49 number this football season. Yes, I was part of the majority watching football this past Monday, so shame on me. But that's the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? The Khan family. Of course, you got to watch the Jacksonville Jaguars, even though they lost. And Trevor Lawrence, boy, I hope he get his ass back on field as a quarterback. But that's football. Let's continue on pro wrestling. Numbers. Here is the AEW Continental Classic Tournament update. Jon Moxley's currently at 9 points with Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house at 9 points. Jay White, Switchblade at 6 points. Roosh is at 3 points. Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe's at 0 points, meaning they are automatically out of the tournament. What a shame. But here you go, folks. Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland leading the Gold League. The Blue League. Brody King at 6 points. Bryan Danielson, Andrade El Idolo, and Claudio Castagnoli at 3 points. Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia, 0 points. And as I mentioned, the Blue League will continue on this coming Saturday on Collision on TNT. All right, here's your New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Leagues 2023 final round robin standings. Say that twice. A block. Alex Coughlin, Gabe Kidd, Shane Hayes, Mikey Nichols, both teams at 10 points, leading the A block. Tomohiro Ishii, Toru Yano, also Great O'Connor, Aaron Henare at 8 points. Evo, Takahashi, Shota Umino, and Ren Narita, both teams are leading at 6 points. Bishop Kong and Toa Leona from AEW is at 4 points. And Kaito Kanemiura and Ryu Oiya is at 4 points. There's your A block. New Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team League Tournament. And here's the B block. Current update. Hakaleo and Phantasmo is at 10 points. How about that? Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi is at 9 points. Lance Archer, Alex Zane's at 8 points. Where Taichi and Yura Yomamura is at 8 points. Atlantis Jr. and Sobrano Jr. is at 7 points. Where Yota Tsushi and Zento Ken Jr. is at 6 points. Yuji Nagata and Minoru Suzuki. Come on, man. 4 points. And Bad Luck Fale and Jack Bonds is at 4 points. So there's your New Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Leagues Tournament. All right, so we got that going on. All right, let's talk about the main meat of the matter. I'm talking about my top two highlights from AEW Dynamite last night on TBS. Now, did you watch Dynamite last night? If you did, drop it in the comments section. What was your favorite highlight of Dynamite last night? I'm going to give you guys my top two. Coming audio as well. So let's talk about it. And, doggy, it was the very end of Dynamite. A screwy finish. Is it the Montreal screw job is catching up again in pro wrestling? Whoop. Okay, let's talk about it. I'm talking about the main event between Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage. Now, it was a hell of a match. It was a slobber knocker, as Jim Ross was saying. Man. So if you watch it, you kind of know what I'm talking about. I mean, both guys beat the living hell out of each other. Adam Copeland kicked off the match by whooping Christian Cage's ass. Now, there was a spot in the match where Adam Copeland was just knocked out, sitting on the ring mat, of course, laying on the turnbuckle in the corner like this. And the ref was unconscious, and he was hanging over the ropes. Christian Cage comes up behind the ref and just kicks him right in the balls, like field goal. Right in the balls. And the ref was knocked out. Now, I mean, I got kicked in the balls many times, but I've never been unconscious before. He really probably scrambled those nuts up to his brains. If he hit him that hard, they'd be unconscious, but I don't know, just me. The ref gets knocked out. And, the title belt managed to make its way in the ring with a little help from Nick Wayne's mom. Now, if you've been keeping tabs on the storyline, Nick Wayne, who was part of the Christian Cage faction, well, Nick Wayne's mom came out. She came out with the title belt. And she had to make a decision. The ref is knocked out. She has the TNT Championship belt in her hand. Who she's going to hit? Who? Will she hit Adam Copeland on the head with the title belt? Or will she hit Christian Cage with the title belt? She had to make a decision, folks. If you had the title belt, who would you hit? Now, for me, I would hit Christian Cage. Middle finger in the air. Screw you. Give the title to Adam Copeland. Obviously, that never happened. But, I got a little audio here to kind of go along with it, courtesy of AEW.com. So, there we go, folks. How could she? Nick Wayne's mom just blasted. She blasted Adam Copeland. She blasted Adam Copeland right over his face. Okay, well, you're asking, gee, why would she do that? Why would she do that? Why would she do that to Adam Copeland? And I kind of figured out why she did it. She did it. Okay, you know what? You didn't hear the audio. Shame on me. Shame on me. So let me do it again. Let me do it again one more time, because apparently you guys didn't hear it. So I'm going to play it one more time. Again, keep that in mind, why she did what she did. So I'll play the clip.
Look, she's torn. She is torn. What is... what the hell did she just do? What?
There she goes. So Nick Wayne's mom hits Adam Copeland right on the head. Now you're going to ask why she did that. Why did she hit Adam Copeland right on the head? It's a good question, G. Now, I remember last Wednesday on Dynamite, Adam Copeland gave the concerto to Nick Wayne. You remember that? If you watched Dynamite, and if you did, Adam Copeland was a little pissed off. He wanted to get his hands on Christian Cage. And look, Nick Wayne's mom came out and she's like, "What are you doing, dude?" And long story short, Adam Copeland got his hands on Nick Wayne. And again, Adam wanted to get his hands on his longtime partner, Christian. He's pissed. He's pissed off. And instead of, he got his frustration and anger by doing a concerto to Nick Wayne's head. All right, that's what concerto does. You put a chair on the bottom on one end and you smack it with the other. Now you do that in front of, Nick Wayne's mother. You bash his brains in the middle of the ring. Yeah, man. If I saw my own kid get bashed in the brains by two chairs, like a sandwich, I'd be pissed off too. I'd be showing up at a title match shot as well and knock out the person who bashed my son's brains. So I kind of get that as a parent. She did what she did, last night on TBS by taking out Adam Copeland with the title belt. It's pretty obvious. I don't know if that storyline's going to be that way. Well, maybe she'll speak her opinions next Wednesday. We don't know. But hopefully we can hear out from Nick Swain's mom next Wednesday, explain why she did that. But that's my assumption as a fan. That's my assumption why she took out Adam Copeland last night. And the final decision of the match. You're going to ask, well, okay, well, who won, G? Well, again, Adam Copeland got his head smashed by a title belt by Nick Wayne's mom, right? Yet better. Christian Cage put his TNT title under Adam Copeland's neck. And Christian Cage gave the curve stomp, the Seth Rollins curve stomp, right on Adam Copeland's neck with the title belt under him. And that right there was the end.
What a game plan here. This is
wow. There we go.
The winner of this match.
So they're just like that, the ref slowly gets the tap. 1, 2, 3. Christian Cage win. Now, again, as a screwy finish, a lot of people are upset. I get it. Is it another screw job? I don't think it's a screw job, but I joke around about it. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not pissed off about it. I'm not going to go on the internet. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad about this finish. It is what it is. Christian Cage is now retain a TNT champion. And question is, will Adam Copeland make a comeback and recover from this shocking ending? And can he go back for a second time? We don't know. All eyes are on this coming Wednesday on TBS if Christian Cage will make a comeback or not. Or will Christian Cage move on and do something else? We don't know. But Adam Copeland's going to be on his mind next Wednesday, and Christian Cage as well. So that screwy finish made numero uno on my top highlight of AEW Dynamite. So let's talk about highlight number 2, and it was no other than Adam Hangman Page and MJF. So Renee Paquette went backstage to try to interview MJF. She bangs on the door. MJF never came out. Okay, we'll just move on. She came across Adam Page. We're gonna walk him backstage with a suitcase. She stops him. She's like, "Hey man, how you doing? We haven't seen you on TV since Full Gear when you got your ass beat by Swerve Strickland." Adam Hangman Page was like, "Yeah, I know, and I'm not done with Swerve because he went to my son's room." So this little feud's not done yet between Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. So you're telling me that Swerve and Prince Nana showed up to your house. There was no child in the room. There was no moms in the room. The wife wasn't there. It's just an empty house with an empty crib. And he's still pissed off about it. I'll be on past it, but whatever. Either way, Hangman Adam Page is not done with Swerve, so we'll have to wait and see where that's going to lead to. But in the meantime, MJF overheard Adam Page as he showed up in the fold of the middle of this promo. And, I found this a little entertaining because both guys were arguing like grown men, of course, backstage. But it was a little entertaining, right? So, let's dial in the clip here, courtesy of AEW.com. So, here we go. Let's crank it up.
It's probably just you, right? You put on a mask, you run around, you attack your opponents, you pretend you attacked yourself, right? I don't know what the deal is, but it's just you. Just be honest with me. Come on.
You want more honesty?
Yeah, tell me the truth.
I honestly beat the living crap.
No. Easy. It's my responsibility now.
And what is wrong with you? We have other issues tonight, and they do not involve
So both guys were arguing, man. Him, MJF were just arguing, just blistering each other. Again, you go against MJF, dude, you better be ready. You better get your shit on game if you're going against MJF in a promo war. But those guys ready to tussle. And Samoa Joe came out and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Adam Page, you better turn your ass around. Do not screw with him. So remember, Samoa Joe follows MJF wherever he goes. He's going to protect them until World's End, December 30th. And that's where Samoa Joe gets his World Championship opportunity against MJF. So Samoa Joe's following like a shadow to make sure his title's protected around his waist because he want to make sure he gets that title shot towards the end of this month. Long story short, there was supposed to be a match between Samoa Joe and MJF tag team up against the mystery devil guy in the mask. He's going to send out two guys from his group all dressed up in, black mask and, dark black clothing. Two guys to face Samoa Joe and MJF. Samoa Joe comes out. He's like, okay, I'm waiting for my partner, waiting for MJF. And then all the lights were flickering. All the lights were dimming. All the guys in the black mask came down to the ring. And up on the Titantron, there was a guy with the devil mask. And then there was a camera running backstage. Now there was MJF laying out in the parking garage, out on the floor. And it looked like someone smashed a bottle on his head. And MJF was laying on the ground. And this match never happened. All the guys in the black ski mask disappeared. Samoa Joe came running through backstage to get MJF. Now fans are wondering who hit MJF with the glass bottle. And some people noticed that there was no blood on the glass bottle. I mean, if you get smacked in the back of the head with a glass bottle, it's a pretty good chance you get a cut, right? Or blood everywhere. There was no blood. Right? There was nothing on the ground, just a shattered glass. People are thinking maybe he is the devil. Maybe he broke the glass, he laid down, and he, played it up to himself. We don't know. We don't know who's behind the devil mask. Jungle Boy, Samoa Joe, Wardlow, Adam Cole, baby. We don't know. But all we know is MJF was beaten up and battered by a ruthless attack backstage. So, I figure this was the top highlight because we all want to know who's behind the damn devil mask. We're all ready for it. Will we get it revealed in the next couple of weeks? Maybe at World's End of December 30th in Long Island? We don't know. Maybe this story will continue on in 2024. But this was an interesting part, and they figured, why the hell not? Making it interesting. Numero dos, top highlight for AEW Dynamite. So all eyes are on Dynamite next Wednesday. Obviously, winter is coming. The special edition of Dynamite in Texas. And we will get the Von Erichs. Kerry, Von Erich, and his sons will be there. That's exciting. I can't wait to see the Von Erichs. I know the Iron Claw, the movie based on the Von Erichs, so it's out in theaters right now. So I can't wait to see that movie. But man, all eyes are on this coming Wednesday on Dynamite and this coming Saturday in Collision. And we'll keep you on tabs on that for the Weekend Insider. All right, that's it, folks. There's my two highlights for AEW Dynamite. If you have a special moment or a top highlight for you, drop it in the comment section. See, my camera went out already. That's okay. Drop it in the comment section down below on YouTube. There's a top highlight you enjoyed from Dynamite last time, okay? If you're listening on the podcast, again, the podcast is available on all major podcasting outlets like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, yeah, that's right. You know where to go. All you have to do is type in into the Squared Circle Podcast or follow me on my social media platforms on Facebook, X, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. All right, my friends, until next time at the Weekend Insider, stay safe, stay healthy, happy wrestling, and have a great weekend, like as always. So until next time, my friends, bye-bye.